Welcome back, Wastelanders. It's Young Sips, and here I am again today with my Minutemen General, and I'm going to be giving you guys kind of an overview of my Minuteman City settlement that I build. There's been a little bit of a kind of renewed interest in it, which was kind of cool to see out of nowhere. So I wanted to give you guys kind of a deep dive look into it. So with that, I will get into showing you guys some of the stuff, how it works and everything, and then stick around to the end of the video and I'll have the mod listing for you guys. Alrighty, let's get started. So Diamond City has its walls that keep it safe, like the Great Green Wall and everything. Overpass has its height, and I really wanted to do something there on the freeway. And normally you can build up there in like just base vanilla game, but in order to get some of the things built up here, like this base here and that vertibird up there, you're gonna need some mods that add a little bit to your build height and everything. So I'll show you that, guys, at the end of the video. But yeah, kicking things off, let's look at our walls here, which was the first thing I wanted to show you guys. So this is just right here. This is a normal guard post that you can build, and then the rest of these are all just the normal junk walls. And normally like these would just snap together, but I don't like the way that boxy look does to it. I just don't think it looks good as an aesthetic. So what I like to do, and you don't even need a mod for this either, is to use the rug glitch method, which I don't know if anybody knows. I will explain to you right now. So here I have it all set up for you guys to show you how the rug glitch sort of works, and it's really easy. So you'll get any kind of mat that you need, or floor covering, and then so you'll just set it right there. You see how it stepped up right there? So it is technically sitting on the mat right there. And now what we have done is we've disabled all the collision detection for the wall whenever we're grabbing this mat here. So it's going to be going off of this is the collision detection for all of this instead of the wall. So it lets you be able to get into some just more naturalistic looking building scenarios than flat boxes. So like right there, I don't want it to just jut out like that. Kind of want it to curve along with the shoreline. So whenever you find a nice spot, just place it and you're good. So that is how you do the rug glitch. So let me go up here now, guys, and I can start showing you some of the more exciting stuff and some of the more complex things that I use to do some of the things here. So this is just two different scaffolding sets, one here, and then I made a little ramp going over to this one that I stacked on top of the Finch's building that's already here. So nothing too crazy. I do like that these the signs there, they look like actual freeway signs. Those are from custom vanilla assets for you guys. So there is the big thing that I want to show you guys. It's how to actually do these wires and stuff, because I've mentioned it in some other videos, but I've never actually shown an in-depth way about how you do the wire glitch. It's the most complicated out of any of the glitches in Fallout 4 for building. So let me go ahead and show you guys a couple of the applications like this. Lets you make these patterns, so you can make drawbridges, things like that, or just have wires that act as supports, like for the underpass bar down below. So these are actually just a bunch of shelves, like you'd stick on a wall, that I group selected together and moved up here. And then I used these little wires here to make it look like it's a little rope bridge. So let me show you guys how this works, because there is kind of a lot to it. This bridge alone probably took like 4 to 6 hours to do one night, just doing this, focusing only on making this. So let me show you guys how to do it yourselves. So I apologize for the change in scenery, guys. I will be getting back to Overpass and the Minutemen build in just a second. But in order to show you guys this glitch, I needed to change to my vanilla mechanist build, because for some reason somewhere in my mod listing there was a conflict that was causing this mod not to work. So if you guys are going to be attempting this, I recommend that you either do the glitch first before you download any of your mods, or you do it with very limited mods. That way you can kind of nail down where the conflict is, because I have so many installed right now, I'm not exactly sure what's causing this to happen. So, little disclaimer there for you guys. Alright, so let me show you guys how this is going to work. So, to start off, you really need to have two things that you can attach a wire between. That can be some power pylons, that could be generators, it could be conduits. It doesn't really matter, just as long as it's something that you can attach a wire to. So I am going to be using these conduits because they can allow for very precise templates and patterns and everything. So let me show you guys how it really works. So we strung our light between these two things. So now we are going to run a little ways away so that we now have a red outline around our wire. And this is very key to remember. It sounds not right, and it doesn't feel right when you're doing it because it's not how you would normally build. But once you have that, hit cancel, and look at that, our wire will stay right in place. So now our next step is to attach, not attach, but to store whatever our wire was attached to. So we'll store our power pylon here. And now this kind of tricks the game, because it no longer, the wire is out here, but it is no longer, the thing it was attached to isn't there anymore. So it kind of causes a little cool thing to happen, that we can now maneuver our wire and place it really wherever we want. And now we just have to keep hitting cancel and it'll stay there. So now on to how the template works. So you'll come over to here and use the auto snap function, and you're not going to be placing it, you're going to be canceling once again. So once it snaps, hit cancel, and now our wire is in place there, and it's not even really attached to this power conduit. So this is just a very brief rundown, basic rundown of how this works and how I used it for my wire bridge and everything. But if you want a more thorough look at this, you should check out this guy's videos right above. Limmy, he does some really cool stuff with this, and he does a very thorough, detailed explanation, more than what I'm going to be doing here. And his videos are criminally underviewed. It's not right. This is how I learned it, and it only has about 2,000-3,000 views. So go check it out. It's some very good information, and he has some other really good stuff about using vanilla glitches and stuff. If you're wanting to do like a survival run or a game without mods, it lets you get a lot more creative with your building. Okay, so we have our wire in place now. So in order to make this permanent, we are going to back out of build mode, and now we're going to go back into build mode. And now you just interact with your wire, cancel, hit cancel again, and our wire should be there. And now it's actually even disabled the collision detection, so it can go through walls and whatever now. It's pretty nifty. So you'll just keep redoing that over and over again, and that is how we will get our pattern for our bridge. So let me just show you guys one more time the very basics of how it works. So we're going to attach the wire to here, pull it off of here, and hit cancel, store our pylon, and now we will grab our wire once again, and we're going to auto snap it to why is it not auto snapping? There we go. Cancel. There you go. That is how you do it. And if you make a mistake with your wires, or you somehow accidentally make them permanent, if you just exit your game, reload it, you should be able to interact with it again and store it and try again. So that is how you do the wires for everything. Now I'm going to be showing you how to do the actual planks and boards and stuff. So this next one I'm going to be showing you guys is going to be making use of our group select. So if you guys don't know about what group select is in building, it's something you guys should really learn because it's very helpful in building things. So if you select something and hold down the select button, it will actually grab everything that is in the immediate area of whatever you're selecting. So for this, we're going to be making use of our concrete walls, since we can raise and lower those as needed. So you'll take a shelf, because that's what we're going to be using for the planks for our wire bridge. So you'll group select by holding down select, and you can see we've grabbed our shelf now, and we're just going to keep arranging these planks into a nice little pattern for us, because it gets the collision detection removed for things. So you'll grab this like so, and we'll just start making a little bit of a floor for our wire bridge. So this is where I was saying this stuff is kind of time intensive, but if you're willing to put in the effort, you can get some pretty cool effects going. And you'll kind of want to be able to get a little bit of a you'll want it to raise a little bit with each plank. That way it's giving the illusion that it's hanging a little bit. Okay, right there. And yeah, you'll just rinse repeat this a bunch, and then you'll group select all of these planks together whenever you're done. So let me skip forward a little bit so I can put it in place and show you guys what the finished product should look like. Okay, so now that we have the planks for our bridge all set up, we are going to group select and place it over by our wires here. So you want to be sure to have a quick save placed down before you do this in case you need to reload, because once you place this over here, you will not have a second chance at moving it, because it will be surrounded by probably whatever else you're building, and if you try to group select it again to move it, you're going to pick up everything at once and move everything out of place. So just quick save beforehand and try and reattempt it if you need to. Okay, so we have it like that, and then we will just move it into place over here. This is just a very rough side, just so you guys can get a rough idea of it. But there you go. That's just kind of just place down a couple of wooden posts too, and you will be good to go. So that is how you do the wire bridges. And now back to overpass. Now that you guys know how to do the bridge, let's get into the city itself, and I'll show you a little bit more about some stuff. So this is the entrance. Everybody that's not the Minutemen needs to check all your weapons here, because we don't want anyone causing trouble once they get up to the safety of overpass. Should have learned better, buddy. Okay. So this is the market area for everything, and this is just some raised wood walkways, and this is actually some airplane parts you can get with the airplane parts mod into our main hub for everything.
To cling to life despite all of this, it is the duty of us all to further that survival.
Where is Kiri at? I can't. Oh well. So yeah, this is just, I placed all these wood walkways down and then built everything kind of up and around it, and all of the shops and stuff, they're all functional, and they use the busy settler rugs to have shops wherever, just in the rugs. So you set them behind here, and they are able to serve as actual shops. So we've got a place to get some grub over here at the slop shop. We got our weapons dealer, the best defense. If you guys can tell me what Bethesda game that this reference is from, I will give you a love react down in the comments. But this is our armor dealer, one of the nice detective place for Valentine whenever I move him in here. And a little Mr. House shout out for Robco Robotics. We usually have somebody here that just sells random parts. Oh, Curie is running the clinic. That's awesome. Sweet. Perfect. Here's our surgery center. And this is this was an idea I had on a separate character, but I thought it'd be really cool if what if they just made a hotel out of a bunch of different shipping containers, since people are already doing that now. So yeah, I kind of arranged them all like here, and they kind of go by order of niceness. You have this one where you gotta share a room with someone. This one you get a little bit of a privacy to it. And they just keep getting a little bit nicer as you go up. This one's got some storage for you. And then this is the high roller suite, so to speak. You got a radio, rugs, a nice bed, and just a breathtaking view of the Pridwin and these dishes and everything. Yeah. But those are added with, I believe, I think that's just unlock settlement objects. And then I just maneuvered them all around into this stack. The lights actually are from custom vanilla assets in the light tab. They don't actually produce light, but you can get effects, light effects in custom vanilla assets, and that is what I did to get it a little bit more lit up here. So these lights would look like they're lighting it up. And there you go, another wire bridge for you guys. This is actually the first one I ever did, and it turned out pretty good, I think. It could be a little bit better. I wish I would have made it a little bit wider, but it does a pretty good effect same way. And then I also got a lot of people that thought like this doesn't make sense, why there would be a lighthouse here. Yeah, to an extent, I can kind of agree with you. But I really wanted a lighthouse here to serve as our radio freedom. And how I reasoned it lore-wise was just that it was an old decommissioned lighthouse. It was here long before the highway was. So it really just became like a tourist attraction. It's not actually a functioning lighthouse anymore. So that way it's not blinding people on the highways they're trying to go by. Yeah, just a little bit of detailing in here with some just some blueprints and radios, stuff like that. Make it look like someone is running the radio out of here. A little radio sign. So that is basically all of the shops and stores, except for down below, because I want to show you guys a little bit more about the underpass bar down here. So this is using the same method as the bridges, except it's a little bit different. So I'm still using the wires here and attaching them here, but I'm just not attaching them to really anything, and I'm just canceling when I get them really close to my railings here, so it looks like they're being supported. But yeah, you end up with a pretty cool nice little paint me like your French girl pose there. That's pretty funny. But yeah, you get this cool effect like the bridge is getting held up by all of these wires. This would probably be really swayy and unstable and really dangerous, but it looks pretty good. Because I originally had wanted to do a bar up here, but there just really wasn't enough room anywhere, so I was like, where can I place one? And I thought, oh, this might be a viable solution, and it ended up working pretty great. So I just got one more thing I want to show you guys, and that we call it good on the Minutemen settlement. These actually function too. If you've seen my original video, these are actually what shoot the Deathclaw. That's actually still probably over here actually right now, so probably need to go deal with that sooner or later. Yeah, but this is just all concrete stuff. This was added with I believe I think that's unlocked settlement objects. Same thing with the vertibird and all that stuff. But yeah, this is just concrete building stuff with some of the mortars attached to it. And I wanted this to be sort of the gathering area for people if they had any missions for the Minutemen or complaints or anything. They would come here to talk to them and get whatever they needed sorted out. Or if you're causing trouble, down here you might find yourself like this fella here. He was, looks like one of my Minutemen himself, probably causing trouble. You'll get locked up in here for a little while until we can deal with you. But the actual pose is from Busy Settlers Rugs. It adds a lot of different animations and stuff that you can get people to do and stuff. And I wanted to make use of the road sign since we're near a freeway. It would look good with all those. So next up we got our barracks where all our Minutemen sleep. And you won't find them usually like all here at one time because it's staggered shifts. That way somebody's always out and about watching over people. We only have the one suit of power armor, but we're working on it. It's a work in progress. So I wanted this to be an idea of what the Minutemen could really become once they take over in the Commonwealth. And up here is for me and my upper management, like Preston and Sturges and stuff, the high level planning of the Minutemen and everything.
What's up?
Not much. What's up with you? Once again, Preston is using another one of those rugs to get that animation. Looks like he's...
Is this a better time for that talk?
No, I don't need to hear about your settlements. I am the settlements. So it looks like he's looking over documents and everything. And the piece de resistance, I really wanted it to be so that I could spawn vertibirds up here, but just the pathwinding and stuff would not allow for it, so I just have one that's parked up here. It still looks pretty cool, not as functional as I would like it to be, but still ends up looking pretty nice, and you get some pretty good views of the city from up here as well. And my controller's dying, so that is I think my cue to end the video for you guys. If you liked what you saw here, please just give me a like, give me a subscribe, but you don't need to. It just helps with people getting to see some of this stuff and helping them with their builds and stuff. I have a big video planned for you guys in the future. I'll probably keep posting some more of these deep dives into some of my videos until then, but stay tuned. I got some interesting stuff planned in the future for you guys. So with that, I will get out of here, and I will have the mod listing posted again for you guys. Thank you, and you Wastelanders, stay safe out there.